Hey there! Welcome back, people, and a huge welcome to my Thrival tribe. If you haven't met me before, my name is Lexi Tommy, and this is my Thrival Guide. Every Thursday, I sit down and I talk to you about how to get your life together. It's a fun little channel on adulting, and it's going to help everything in your day-to-day go much smoother. So stay tuned today and subscribe below so I can keep coming back every Thursday with fun tips and tricks for you. This month, we are doing a huge series on getting back to our routines. By evening, I'm exhausted. A busy morning, lots of pressure, a long day of work, working in a very psychologically and emotionally draining job, a rush through supper, and a host of evening activities. Cleaning up, bathing the kids, getting them off to bed. It literally could take everything out of you. I totally, from the depths of my soul, understand why people just flop down dead on the couch at the end of a long day. Maybe you sat down and you watched TV for way too long, and now you're going to bed exhausted and knowing you're gonna have far too little sleep to be functional the next day. Well, I'm here to save your butt because it's time to check in on a good, solid, productive, relaxing nightly routine. Routines are so important. They are way more important than people ever give them credit for. They can guide us throughout our day. They can significantly reduce decision fatigue at the end of a long day. They can help us with our own self-care. They can help us feel successful and confident in our abilities and that we have control over our day. And a good nightly routine can relax you, can calm you, can get things in order, and can organize you so that you can actually sleep and stop that to-do list in your head. So where do I start? I start on the weekends. Yeah, that's right. I start on the weekends with my weekly prep. If you haven't seen my videos before on the weekly prep, go in the archive, go on the playlist. There are weekly prep videos that are well worth the time to watch. They'll show you how to take one day on the weekend and a couple hours during that day, streamline everything so that your week goes really smoothly. I prep my weekly meals on that weekly prep day. So my cooking, my healthy meal making, my cleanup at the end of it is so simplified and easy to maintain. Lunches for the next day, they're already made. I set aside leftovers for my husband while we are packing up the night's supper. And lunches for myself and the kids, they were made all at once. So let's dissect what I just said. Supper was already made on my weekly prep day. So I looked at the list, what was for supper tonight? It was already prepped and ready to go. So I warmed it up. That meant there was 0 to no cooking time. The dishes, well, they were the dishes that we ate on and nothing more. So they just go simply into the dishwasher, which means that we do less loads of dishes every day. Sometimes the dishwasher runs every second day, and that means less tasks at hand. So what's left? Dishes were simple, cooking was simple, eating the meal, eating a good, healthy, solid meal for our family was really simple. Now what's left? You wipe down the counters, you wipe down the fridge, you put things away, and you wipe down the stove. You're done. Your kitchen is clean, your dishes are done, everyone's fed, and they're ready to go. In 30 minutes or less, we have made supper, we've eaten the supper, we've cleaned up the kitchen and the supper dishes, we've packed our things, and we are out the door to activities. Typically, while I'm getting supper ready, that's the time that my kids will sit at the counter and do their work. My daughter, if she's not helping with supper, she will be doing her homework, or she'll go and do her guitar practice. My son, it's time for Montessori time or his Learn to Read program. Once we're home from activities, we try to get them out to do some outdoor time. This is Canada. When it's nice-ish outside, we are outside. So we either have some outside time, we do some gardening work or whatever, if that's what we're interested in doing that day, or we go for a walk as a family. Then it's time for kids' baths and bed. Get them down at a regular schedule so that they have a circadian rhythm as well. Before bedtime, we do quiet time, a quiet activity in their rooms. So for a little guy, maybe we'll do a nighttime story, a little snuggle, and maybe some tiny tap on his app. For our daughter, we like her to read while she's waiting for our son to go down, and then I'll go into her room and we'll do 10 minutes of Spanish work, just on our apps, just snuggling together in bed. It's a nice little time just for the two of us. Now they're in bed. What's next? Oh, I'm gonna show you. I have created my evening basket. In my evening basket, I have a little bag of tricks. The first is an all-natural, all-purpose spray that's made by Sapindia. I don't know about you, but my nose tells me many things. The scent in the room, it can tell me that things are clean, can tell me that things are ready to go and in order. So I use this natural lavender lime Sapindia cleaner. I have some cleaning rags in the little tote. I have some reusable makeup remover pads. I have my micellar water. I have my nighttime facial products. And I have my fabric hair rollers, i.e. socks. I might show you that another time, but if I want my hair done while I'm sleeping, lots of times I'll roll it before I go to bed. It produces a much more even curl than I have naturally. I take my phone with me so that I can reference any emails or any texts or any information that I don't have on hand. Sometimes I'll order groceries with it on my app, or sometimes I'll refer to information that I'm setting on the schedule that I maybe forgot to write in an agenda. And in that case, I'll bring my agenda as well. I also have a sticky note pad with a pen and 3 highlighters. The highlighters are really simple. They're for organizing and prioritizing any tasks that I write down. The notepad or the sticky notes I use simply to brain dump. As I'm sitting down watching a show, maybe I'm taking off my makeup, maybe I'm doing my skin routine while I'm sitting on the couch, or maybe I'm rolling my hair for the next day. After that, if I think of anything that needs to be on my list, or I need to get off my brain, or a to-do that I forgot to write down, I'll write it down then. I'll go through my agenda, see if there's anything that I'm missing for the upcoming day. Then I prioritize them. I simply take green, yellow, and pink highlighters. The pink highlighter I use for anything that is urgent. Has to be done tomorrow, must remember to send dance shoes with my daughter because the dance shoes just showed up, things like that. Anything that's yellow is upcoming to-dos, emails, texts, messages you need to send people or check in with. And the green are any like little miscellaneous 10-minute chores, 5-minute chores, things like that you can get to if you have time. Sometimes I like having a little list of them, a little running list of them. So if I have 5 minutes while I'm waiting for the beef to fry, or I have a couple of minutes sitting in a car waiting for my child's activity to be done, I can tack those things off my list. After I come downstairs from putting my little ones to bed, I'll wipe down all surfaces that need to be wiped down, whether it's in the bathroom or the kitchen. I work no more than 10 minutes. It's a good overall wipe and clean that I do around the house. I pick up any toys that may be left on the floor or any things that need to go upstairs, and I throw them on the railing so that when I go up to bed, I can take them with me. It's a really good system that I have found works well for our house. Then I sit down. I relax. Maybe I watch some shows with my husband. I clean my face. I do my nightly facial routine and anything else that needs to get done. I have things available, do a little brain dump if I need to. It works really well as a system. Now with my house clean and tidy, I feel like I'm ready for the night and that I've done some self-care, that I've done a brain dump so that I can prioritize my tasks for tomorrow and can get them out of my head so that I can get a good solid sleep. And talking about that sleep, I really try to go to bed at a reasonable time. If I can make that time consistent, I find that I sleep way better. So if I'm in bed by 9:30 consistently for a couple of weeks, I feel much better than if I go to bed at 8 one night and 10:30 the next and 11 the next and then 9 the next. Having that routine is so important for my body in particular. It's not a perfect system, but it is mine, and it helps me tack off what I need to do, get things in order, write down anything that needs to be done the next day, feel like I'm together, and then go to bed. I wake up the next day feeling prepared and ready to go. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe so I can keep coming back every Thursday. I want to thank you for investing in yourself and popping by here day after day. It's really nice to watch this community grow, and I appreciate you people more than you know. Welcome, Thrivers, to my Thrival tribe. We'll see you soon.